new Wolverine game.
Ooh.
So Insomniac Games is coming out with the Wolverine game.
That's exciting. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Could you imagine a Spider-Man like Wolverine game? Like,
honestly, it's what we deserve. We deserve a solid Wolverine, because that's I'm glad it's Insomniac that's picking up on it. They did amazing with Spider-Man, and I feel they can do something amazing with Wolverine. That's super exciting.
so my first love from Insomniac was the original Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah,
I played that on PlayStation 2 forever ago, and I recently, within the last year, played it again played the remaster or the remake on PlayStation 4.
Yeah,
and I just love that game. But the humor in it is just so good, and I'm really excited to see what they could do with a character like Wolverine.
Yeah.
So the big news is this is a PlayStation 5 exclusive.
It's not surprising. I mean, Spider-Man's a PlayStation
Right.
exclusive. Yeah.
So for that, pending, like, so I'm never gonna pre-order a game, even though I almost did it yesterday. We'll go into that in a moment.
Chris, did you not learn your lesson, man?
Like, I'll never pre-order a game, and I always wait for the suckers to check it out first.
Yeah,
see what they're saying about the game itself.
Right.
But this could be between this and then the Kotar thing. Like, I could be I really don't want one, but in the Spider-Man game isn't going to PC as far as I know. I don't think it is.
Not that I've heard of. Yeah,
even though God of War just came out to PC, I believe yesterday.
Yeah.
So this might, if this game's good, I might go out and buy me a PlayStation 5, play this, and then maybe turn around and sell it. I don't know.
Right. You must buy yourself a Wolverine Kotar machine.
Yeah.
Play those, and then sell them.
Well, I'm a little nervous about the Kotar thing, and that's because they hired a writer, and the writer's a dumbass.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I'm not too. I'm worried about the story in Kotar. There's no reason to change the story in Kotar.
There's absolutely no reason. Like, they don't have, like, the story is well written as it is. It's perfectly fine.
That's why I played the game, because I'm not the whole turn-based thing, not my thing. And that was the first one I ever beat like that.
Right, because the story is so compelling. So, like, hopefully by them hiring a writer, maybe I don't know, maybe it's just to I don't even want to say like update a few things as far as how the progression of writing has gone these days, but even then I'm still worried, because like the writing was that solid.
Yeah.
I don't, I mean, and unless they're like, because I know that the type of gameplay they're going for now, where it's more action based, maybe they're trying to, I can see maybe helping with the writing for there to kind of help speed, not speed it up, but kind of make it flow more fluently with that type of style of gameplay versus the turn based. But other than that, I don't think there's much needs to be changed.
Yeah, there's no way you're going to get around the whole dialogue prompts. Like, that's so
that's part of that's part of the experience.
Yeah, so so that just does, so there's nothing in there that needs to be changed. I mean, maybe like, I don't know, the order that they come in, the flow, that shouldn't change at all. Like, everything should just kind of be exactly the same, just looks way better. Like, please,
right. It's just
please.
For the love of God, please, just like, do not change the
writing.
Like, we don't need no SJWs in it. We don't need the cancel culture. Like, just leave it as it is.
It's fine. It's not bad. There's nothing wrong with it. Anyways,
really.
So Wolverine, PlayStation 5 exclusive. I've heard a rumor that it could be rated M.
Really? I'm really excited. Okay. All right. I'm here for it.
So yeah, if they come out with a rated M Wolverine game, I'm probably going to be all in.
That's that's perfect. If I'm not mistaken, the Deadpool game that they came, well, not Insomniac, but they had a Deadpool game that was rated M too. And honestly, it wouldn't be Deadpool if it was rated T.
No,
Like it had to be rated M. You know, like that's just how that character is.
yeah, that'd be like coming out with a rated E Punisher game.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
we don't want Fortnite Punisher. We don't want
No,
Fortnite Wolverine, even though we have Fortnite Wolverine, but that's
right.
different.
Yeah, but yes, a rated M Wolverine, that's perfect, right? Because
Mhm.
you just, I mean, for fuck's sake, he has adamantium claws. All right, like I want to see some bloodshed. Like I just, I want to, see
So I'm gonna
violence.
go ahead and just have this play here. I'm not gonna put on the sound because it's definitely copyrighted music on the background.
Yeah.
Like, we can just kinda get an idea. I should there.
Not actual gameplay. Yeah, we have everyone learned their lesson with that.
But this could be the opening scene, like,
Oh yeah. Cutscenes was probably perfectly fine. Oh no, shiny knife.
it looks really good.
Ooh, ooh.
His hands are
Oh,
all bloody, and
yeah,
he looked all weathered,
yeah. Like a true
yeah,
Canadian. Like a true Canadian.
yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
I'm super excited. I love what Insomniac puts out. Of course, recently they showed themselves the powerhouse that they are with the Spider-Man games, um, and their amazing storytelling. I mean, I just like Marvel Spider-Man, the Insomniac Spider-Man was probably, one of the most compelling stories that I've went through recently,
Mhm.
right? It hit all the marks, right? There was that wittiness from Spider-Man, there was the drama, there was the intensity of finding the villains, and then just the heartbreak, right?
Mhm.
Of just him losing. I mean, spoiler, but damn, the game's been out for like 3 years.
It's been yeah.
Of his Aunt May leaving and that impact. Like it was so much. It was a lot.
Yeah, and the gameplay, like,
Yeah.
so do you remember the Spider-Man games on the original Xbox and the PlayStation 2?
Oh yeah, definitely. Spider-Man 2
So,
was my jam.
yeah, those were awesome, and it was so nice to see that they were able to recapture the swinging and
Yeah,
the fight, and they made the fighting better, and,
yeah,
like, it was just they Insomniac did a great job.
they did. Yeah, swinging across New York was fun. It was
Mhm.
an absolute joy, and that the last time I had fun swinging like that was Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
When we had that. And it was funny for the longest. People are like, "Man, there'll be no other better swing mechanic than Spider-Man 2, like ever. Like that was just top notch." And it was top notch. And then Insomnia came out, it's all like, "Watch me,"
Oh,
and he
I would
did
hope so with
great.
all the extra processing power they have and everything,
Well,
but,
yeah, that too, right? Like that kind of helped a little bit.
um
Yeah, the swinging was definitely the key takeaway in that game. And then the story and just the fact like it's rare for like open world games like that to have fun side activities to do. You know,
So,
and
yeah, I was
mhm,
just thinking, it had it not been, I wanna say Outer Worlds came out, had that
mhm,
game not came out, I would have 100%ed Spider-Man.
mhm,
I just never went back to it.
yeah,
Um, yeah, no, that was something that I was working on, and then Outer Worlds came out, and I got distracted.
you're right, yeah, which makes sense.
So
Yeah,
like, I've got it paused on his fists here and everything because this just looks so good, and I was mentioning a game that I almost pre-ordered yesterday because, it was, like, on the front page of the Steam store, and it's something that I've been kinda watching. Uh, so I watched all the trailers for Elden Ring yesterday,
okay.
and that game looks so goddamn beautiful. Like, and I can't beat the first boss in fucking Dark Souls. Like, but I am seriously thinking about picking this game up just because it looks so good and just making myself go through that torture.
Just for the graphics.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
they worked with Mr. George R. R. Martin for the game.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
So
All right.
this has potential for having a great story.
Definitely, definitely. Okay. I'm intrigued. Cause I definitely get my ass kicked on Dark Souls all the time, but I would put up with that torment for a beautiful story and graphics.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
Emmanuel, he's beaten all the From Software games. He's beaten, the Dark Souls. He's beating Bloodborne and whatever. I don't know if he did Sekiro. I don't know if he could get past that giant monkey in Sekiro.
Yeah, I heard about that down monkey.
But so I'm gonna try and figure out how, because they always do kind of like a weird multiplayer thing where like someone can kind of help you, and so I might just have him. We might just play it together like that and see how that goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm super excited. So we've got this Wolverine game, we've got Elden Ring, we've got. I can't wait for the Harry Potter game that's supposed to be coming out this year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I think that's it. You got anything else coming up that you're interested in?
Let me see. So, yeah, we got KOTOR, like you said, the Harry Potter.
KOTOR's gonna be a few years though.
Yeah, that'll be a few years. But yeah, the Harry Potter, and I might check out this Elden Ring too, because I'm a sucker for graphics.
Just watch all the trailers, dude. Just watch. It's so good.
But I think Saints Row, a new Saints Row is coming out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I played the original and I had a lot of fun with that. And then a few years ago, I got back into like, I don't remember what it was called, but it was one of the newer ones, and it felt so arcadey. And I was like, it was kind of Grand Theft Auto arcade, but now this is really arcade. Really,
yeah, so I've been a huge Saints Row fan for since the first one. But it definitely, once it got to after Saints Row 3, it definitely got super arcadey. Like, yeah, like it got super weird. You get you get superpowers, and you're in a Matrix-esque type world. It was weird, but Saints Row 2 is like my favorite one. But like that one was like a good mix of arcade, but also more grounded, like it was with GTA. Like it was like it separated itself from being a GTA clone by having its own style, and I really love. That's what really like got me hooked into Saints Row. So
Saints Row, in my opinion, gets the credit for adding the GPS to all of those kinds of games. Grand Theft Auto didn't have it until Grand Theft Auto 4, and that came out after Saints Row.
That's
like that GPS feature changed that whole type of gaming.
You're right. Wow. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. You're right. Yeah, because Saints Row 2 had that, and that was a huge help. Like having that GPS. That year it changed everything. And as far as gaming and trying to, look at the map and wait until that little bubble turns bigger, means you're closer. Like that was a mess. Yeah.
Now, like, so now I'm thinking like back when I was playing Vice City and stuff, like I pretty much had that map memorized.
Yeah, and it was also smaller too, right? Like the maps were smaller, so like you pretty much just knew where to go. Like you knew your landmarks. You're like, oh, okay, I know where that's at. Like it was super easy. But like for a game like GTA 4, like if they didn't have a GPS system, I'd be like, fuck that. I'm not trying to find anything.
I was trying to play Grand Theft Auto 4. I've maybe spent 5 to 6 hours in it just because I didn't have a 360 or a PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
So I want to know. I've beat Grand Theft Auto 5 though a couple times. I remember the new Saints Row. There's a lot of drama behind that one.
Yeah.
It took out all the gangster and put in a bunch of like millennial Zoomer
type shit, and then set in the West
things.
It's weird, man. Like it's this new wave of trying to. It's honestly, it's just all SJW shit. It's what I think of it. But like,
you know what? We might be revisiting this conversation a little bit later with Boba Fett. But what I'm calling it is the sanding of the rough edges. They want everything soft. They want everything cuddly.
Right. They want to offend nobody. and make sure everyone is represented. Which, I mean, that itself, I've had a conversation with someone with a long conversation about that, about representation, and I don't know. I feel like as being part of the generation, but I'm the older part of millennial generation.
I'm
The
the older part of the
representation.
millennial generation.
Well, I'm like in the cusp of the older, like I'm like
Okay.
right there. Like I
So
very
yeah,
much
yeah,
have
yeah.
to make it.
Personally, I think the generation system is just broken now.
It's really yeah, it's
Like
broken.
it doesn't work like that anymore because there's so many
Yeah,
different factions inside the millennials.
right.
Like
It's like the older millennials and then the older millennials, and then we're
yeah.
like the 90s. It's a mess. But yeah, representation in media. I don't know. Like it's for okay to pretty much just to sum up like a conversation I had with a friend. um the representation of just anybody, like whether you're uh POC, person of color, if you're if you identify yourself as them, they, gay, whatever it may be, that representation has always been in media. It's
Mhm.
just never been bluntly thrown in your face like it is today. It's always
Well,
just been subtle and within the story. Like it wasn't a character. It was just a personality or something you may were, but that wasn't the highlight of who you are. Versus now it's an actual caricature.
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, now it's more like check boxes than actually
Yes.
building a character. But yeah, the character thing, well, you know what? I don't think we're not building characters. We're just having people and creating content.
Yeah, we're just like you said, we're just checking off
Consume.
boxes. Yeah, it's no longer, you know, building a character and a story, and it just so happened that they are this type, they have whoever
Mhm.
they identify themselves. Now it's all like, no, I identified myself as this, and this is me, this is my character, this is my story. And it's
Ooh,
like that's.
I just saw a quote the other day about
Mm.
how identity is like a weak replacement for character.
Wow.
Like, is it,
Yeah.
yeah, it's character. Characters need character,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
whatever they look like, I don't care.
Exactly. Right.
Especially in fiction, because there's like purple shit and whatnot, like like
Right.
aliens
Yeah.
and everything. I can relate
Yeah.
to whatever if they have some sort of character within their character.
Exactly. Yeah.